Welcome to our few moments together on the Parsha. This Shabbos, we have the privilege of reading Parshas Emor. Parshas Emor has an unbelievably large amount of mitzvahs, actually more than 10% of the mitzvahs in the Torah. 63 of the 613 mitzvahs are found in Parshas Emor. Two of those mitzvahs come together on today, Baomer, the Thursday right before the reading of Parshas Emor. One of them is the pasuk at the end of Perek Chaf Beis, in which the pasuk says, "V'lo sechalelu Hashem kodshi v'nikdashti b'sot b'nei Yisrael." We shouldn't do what is known as the Chilul Hashem, but rather we should make a Kiddush Hashem amongst the Jewish people. And the second one is the mitzvah of the counting of the Omer. As the Torah says, "Usfartem lochem b'mochras haShabbos tisperu chamishim yom." You should count a total of 50 days, which we know is the 49 days leading up to Shavuos. It used to be that the 49 days of the Omer were an extremely happy time because it was like a break between Pesach and Shavuos, almost like a Chol HaMoed, because Shavuos is called Atzeres. Just like Shmini Atzeres is the last day of Sukkot, so is Shavuos like the last day of Pesach. Unfortunately, in the time of Rabbi Akiva, tragedy happened. 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva died. And as the Gemara in Yevamis Andaf Samach Beis Amid Beis tells us, that Shneim Osar Zugim Talmidim Hayulol Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva had 12,000 pairs of students, a total of 24,000 students. V'kula mesu mi Pesach v'ad Atzeres. All of them died in a period of time from Pesach until Shavuos, 33 out of those 49 days. V'haya ha'olam shameim, and the world was desolate because the Torah, which was in the hands of Rabbi Akiva and his students, was lost with the death of these great students, these great Talmidei Chachamim. And the world was desolate, and so was Rabbi Akiva. Can you imagine losing 24,000 of the most prized Torah intellects that existed in the world? And all of them, his Talmidim. A Rebbe loves his Talmidim. A Rebbe looks at the Talmidim as if they're their own children. Can you imagine 24,000 lost, died in a short period of time? V'haya ha'olam shamein, and the world was desolate. Ad shabar Rabbi Akiva etzel Rabbeinu shebedarim, until Rabbi Akiva came to our rabbis in the south, Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai, Rabbi Elazar ben Shamua, and he taught those 5 students. And the Gemara says, "V'heim heim ha'emidu Torah ba'osashah." Those 5 were the 5 that brought and stood up the Torah at that time. Rabbi Akiva teaches us an unbelievable lesson. I'm sure we've often wondered if 24,000 students died during this period and they stopped dying on Lag BaOmer. What's with all the music, weddings, celebrations? Because they stopped dying? That's not a cause for celebration. That's a cause for cessation of deep mourning. Where do the celebrations come from? Why the extreme joy at this terrible time? The Gemara gives us the answer. As a close friend of mine who I learned together with way back in 1980, a chavrusa of mine, Rav Avraham Garfinkel Shlita, who is today a Rav in Flatbush, explained, it's not that they stopped dying. and that's a cause for celebration. Oh no. The cause for celebration is that Rabbi Akiva did not despair. He turned around, found 5 new students, taught them the Torah, one of them having been Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, and those students were the ones who brought back the light, the fire of the Torah at that time. The joy and the celebration today is because of the Kiddush Hashem that Rabbi Akiva made. He didn't make a Chilul Hashem. He made a Kiddush Hashem by virtue of turning around, starting all over again, and putting the Torah back as the prized possession of Klal Yisrael. Today, we Jews who have the Torah, and that Torah is our very essence, and it's the continuation of Klal Yisrael, that's the joy. That deserves music, dancing, singing, exuberance, total happiness, because we don't give up, no matter what. Rabbi Akiva is the prime example. V'nikdashti b'soch b'nei Yisrael. Every time we sit down to learn, we're making a Kiddush Hashem as Rabbi Akiva did. Every time we come to Log Baomer and we realize it's possible to turn sorrow into joy as we climb up the ladder of success to the receiving of the Torah on Shavuos, that is a particular time and cause for celebration. Parshas Emor gives us this beautiful idea. Let's embrace it. Take it with us. Let's rejuvenate ourselves with the study of the Torah, as Rabbi Akiva taught, V'nikdashti b'soch b'nei Yisrael. Have a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos.